Hello and welcome back to the Flower of the Magic Fern. My name is Tania. I'm emotional intelligence and mindset coach, as well as a soulful creator of the world first ever Ukrainian Tarot Deck, Flower of the Magic Fern. Today, with Father's Day approaching us, I really wanted to dive into the masculine energy and discover the magic within this beautiful deck as to who are the gods in masculinity and what are the cards that actually bring forth the masculine energy to serve to the highest and greatest good of all involved. Stay tuned in, hit the subscribe button, and let's go. So, when we really dive into the energy of masculinity, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? I'm curious to know, so please put a comment below, because by the end of this video, we will see if you're still thinking and feeling the same about the masculinity. And as much as I am in love with each and every card from 78 cards, today I picked the most important ones in terms of the healthy masculine. Interestingly enough, I got 7 of them. Ready to guess? The first one is Svarog. He is the father of all of the gods, the fiery father god. The second one is Karakternik, which is the chariot. This is the energy of victory, of triumph, of shamanism. The next one is the magician. The magician, this beautiful, beautiful energy that brings us remembrance and a belief that dreams do come true. The next one is blacksmith. And in this deck, I call him Magic Mike. Stay tuned, you will know why soon. Then, the moon. So if you're triggered right now because the moon is represented through masculine, comment below, I'd like to talk to you. This is important. The next card is strength. This is the energy that combines the iron will with courage and strength. Hangman. Yes, masculine is not always super strong or super rigid. There is the kind of masculine that is soft, that knows how to surrender and knows how to trust the divine timely order. And we're back to the Svarog. So stay tuned. I really suggest you subscribe and hit notification button, because we will have lots of videos and bloopers. The ideal man for Ukrainian women looked like Cossack. And in Ukrainian Tarot Deck, Flower of the Magic Fern, it is represented through the card Strength, number 8 in Major Arcana. When you look at his eyes, you can actually see and you can feel the masculinity and the energy of strength, courage. And I call it unfuckwithable. It's like, I'm here, I'm brave and courageous, yet I'm not gonna interfere with you. But if you're gonna come in and cross the border, that's when we will have a conversation. What is surprising, the Cossack was afraid of no one except for a beautiful woman who might steal his heart. His heart belonged to Ukraine, and according to the legend, the woman takes all of the strength, courage, and magical protection from a Cossack. The Cossack personifies strength, courage, and iron will, tempered with intelligence and purity of the heart. There is no halfway for the Cossack. He reminds us to commit fully and be strong. This masculine energy combines the courage and the purity of the heart, the iron will and the tenderness of the soul. This is a beautiful, beautiful masculine energy that we always call in when we need to move forward, yet we're slightly scared. This card brings strength not only to our physical body and realm, but also to our heart and our soul, so that we are willing and ready to commit fully. Human life depends on the natural phenomena, and the Ukrainian calendar is based on Svarog circle. Svarog in this deck is represented through the card Emperor, and the feeling of this card is father, stability, power, aid, protection. When I have this card, I usually ask myself, how can I use my masculine energy to lay out the foundation to be able to provide the support to myself, my family, and the collective? And usually when I have that question, is that the message that comes in that, hey, work with institutions, work with foundation, work with government and probably the banks. Really see how you can provide to your family and friends and collective, or to your business or to your dreams, by providing the beautiful, powerful foundation. Once you lay out the foundation, then the creativity can grow. But unfortunately, creativity, which is feminine and flowy energy, is really struggling when there is no foundation laid out. When we hold the masculine energy to create order and structure, we gently direct these pillars into the flow of life. So the message of this beautiful card in the tarot deck is that when we create the structure using healthy masculine, we provide more for ourselves, for our family, and for the collective. The very next card that I would like to share with you that really resonates with the masculine energy in this deck is Chariot, and in Ukrainian we call характерник. The feeling of this card is triumph, the victory, the healthy masculine in its highest expression. The message of this card is practicing to harness the iron will, so then we can step into the best version of us, so then we can create more in our life. This card also asks us to really practice the stillness of mind. The mystery and the magic surrounding the characternik can be seen and felt as he communicates with nature and walks with his spirit animals. He is more than a warrior, he possesses secret knowledge and supernatural power. At the heart of the term characternik is the word character, which means a sense of firmness and willpower. The characternik is a distinguished Cossack warrior who has mastered his spirit and owns his personal will. Through his magic, he can influence the will of other people. And the beautiful message that this card and this energy brings is that through discipline and commitment, the purification of the heart and enlightenment is possible in this lifetime. The next masculine card in this deck is Magician, one of my very dear famous card and favorite, and I know they all favorite, and you will hear that a lot. Oh, and by the way, I'm curious, what is your favorite card? If you get a deck, comment below. If you didn't get a deck yet, why? Why? So number one, the masculine energy from this card is magic, power, secret knowledge, ability to maneuver and manipulate the weather. When we have this card in reading and we think about the masculine, the energies that pop out asking us to be more open, to really step in our true and highest self. The feeling of this card is that be really careful what you wish for, because we are all magicians and we're all creators of our life, and most likely it will come true. In ancient times, there were special magicians that had settled on the feathers or skirts of the villages in Carpathian Mountains. They were enlightened and very soft-spoken people that were trusted guides and faithful friends with gentle hearts. Many refer to them as soothsayers, sorcerers, wizards, fortune tellers, and shamans. In the Hutzul culture, these magicians endowed with supernatural abilities were called molfars. And that's exactly why in the world's first ever Ukrainian Tarot Deck, the card number 1, Magician, we have Molfar here. With his abilities to maneuver the wind, with his abilities to speak to the plants and animals, with all of the magic in his heart that he brings forward. He is the one to trust the wishes and rely on. The energy of this card, this is a very soft, wise, calming masculine. If you remember, we were talking about Svarog, the father to all gods. He's the one who forged iron and sent it to people. So here we go. All of the Svarog sons are blacksmiths. And this is 5 of fire. And this masculinity is like magic Mike masculinity. I hope it's allowed on YouTube. So strong, powerful, ambitious, very attractive, very magnetic masculine energy. All of it comes from the blacksmith. And yet this card actually asks us, how can we be in peace with our highest ambitions and the obstacles that sometimes the reality can present? Blacksmiths were treated with great respect and admiration, as they were perceived as wizards and shamans, possessing the complex and mysterious art of transforming metal into tools, both beautiful and useful. It was clear that this form of fine craftsmanship of such masterpiece could not simply be derived from material and experience. Those who dealt with iron and fire were perceived as servants under the protection of Svarog, the heavenly god of the blacksmith, who is believed to have forged the universe. The blacksmiths are also considered to be the protectors of the evil forces, and that's why this masculine energy clicked the box of protection. With this card in the reading, the masculine blacksmith is asking you to look beyond this reality, because once we're able to see the bigger picture, we're more willing to accept the setbacks and see the infinite possibilities of how we can actually move towards where we need to go and where we want to be. And as we're talking about the masculine energy in the Flower of the Magic Fern, Ukrainian Tarot Deck, let's talk about the moon. And I know this one might be very, very controversial, because most of the world consider that the moon, that's a she. Ta-da! In Ukrainian language, the moon is the man. So let's see how this difference makes impact of understanding of this card. The moon is dark and mysterious. His beauty and magnetism utterly undeniable. His smooth face and chiseled features glow softly, in spite of the fact that he remains partially hidden. Although you may feel drawn to rush towards him and his temptation, be patient, for moon holds more than meets the eye. And this card holds really special energy, the masculine energy that has this power of magnetism. The masculine is like, oh, what's happening? Where are you? What's happening? This is the energy where it's here for us, yet there is a sensation of something not spoken yet to the existence. And fair enough, when you have this card in a reading, the message is wait, be patient, don't rush. The question you might want to ask yourself is that, how can I align with what's happening in the moment so I can understand and be more clear with my next steps? When we have this card, Major Arcana number 18 in the reading, it's always a good idea to wait for the past to be more illuminated, because most likely you don't have all information on this particular situation. The attraction of the moon cannot be ignored. His beauty and mystery are a caution to look behind the pleasant exterior for more truths to be revealed. The fact that the moon represents time is a clear message to slow down and be patient, as all important details will reveal themselves. The very important card that also represents the masculine is Hangman. As we have to really understand that masculine is not all about being strong and laying out the foundation. There are different versions of masculine as well as the feminine. So we have to be crystal clear that masculine also flows and have different flavors and aspects. So Hangman, this is the masculine energy that asks us to wait, not to act. The question you might want to ask yourself is that, am I really tuning in to the timing of the events, or do I think that I know better? The cobbler is like the hangman, a symbol of injustice and distrust. While difficulty surrounds him, he is content in his surrender to the flow of life and even death. Divine order cannot be avoided. Release and trust. And the beautiful, beautiful lesson that this masculine energy teaches us is that when we are willing to accept the flow of events, only then we can move with grace and ease and create more peace. As when we are in resistance, we actually create more energies to withdraw us and set back. And yes, there is a hint of sadness in this card, and let me tell you why. In 1930s, a congress of folk singers was held in the Kharkiv Opera House, where 337 delegates from various regions of Soviet Ukraine were brought. It was explained to cobblers that the issue of the active involvement in social construction caused a departure from performance traditions, and that the determination of new ideological priorities would be resolved. In fact, the convention as such did not take place. Cobblers and the underage handlers were loaded into the echelon and taken to the outskirts of Kharkiv region. There, in the forest strip, they were shot, their bodies were thrown into the trench, and their instruments burned. While it is futile to look for some mention of this terrible tragedy in the Soviet press, the facts of the events at the time were duly recorded and shared from the mouths of living witnesses. And as much as there are lots of sadness and grief around this particular situation, the lesson and the teaching here is to trust in divine time. Trust. So we just spoke about the 7 most important masculine energies in the deck Flower of the Magic Fern. You're probably wondering, Tania, where are the kings? Yes, they are here. And in all of the classic tarot decks, including the Ukrainian Tarot Deck, the kings are the doers of the court, and they represent the healthy masculine through the natural elements. And that's why we have the air, we have the water, we have the fire, and we have the earth. The kings, they provide the foundation and build the development of the structures in this physical world. We will be talking about the kings in a separate video. That's why I strongly recommend to hit the notification button for more videos and bloopers as always. Thank you so much for joining me today as we were exploring the fascinating world of healthy masculine, and exactly expressed in the world's first ever Ukrainian Tarot Deck, Flower of the Magic Fern. I hope you found this discussion both illuminating and inspiring as we really tune in all of the varieties and vibrancy of the healthy masculine and how we can embody and express it in our life. As always, I'm inviting you to stay open, to stay curious, and really to tune in all of the magic in natural world, because I promise it's all around us. My name is Tania Andrushko. I'm a soulful creator of Flower of the Magic Fern, the world's first Ukrainian Tarot Deck. Subscribe to this channel. There are more videos to come. If there was anything that you were triggered in the video, please comment below. I'm always answering and open for communication. I'm wishing you a beautiful, magical Father's Day celebration filled with joy, love, and abundance. From my heart to yours. Mwah.